Before authenticity was curated, it was accidental. Think of an ink blot smudging a letter, not a flaw, but proof that real hands wrote this. In early printmaking, mistakes in woodblocks or type were unavoidable side effects. But as society began to see these quirks as signs of life itself, they became more than errors. They became language. Handwritten notes, scratched vinyl records, grainy films, all held the weight of human presence. What was once a byproduct turned into an aesthetic. And now, the irony is not subtle. The same machines that erase human error now simulate it with surgical precision. AI handwriting generators calculate ink flow, pressure variance, and paper texture, all to mimic the natural messiness of real people. But here's the twist. These algorithms don't just replicate imperfection, they optimize it. They know which kinds of flaws will feel sincere in 2024 because they've mined billions of data points for what we now accept as authentic. In a world where flaws
Early computer systems were mechanical marvels constrained by vacuum tubes, punch cards, and binary logic. Each innovation laid the foundational principles we now take for granted.
In a world where software can convincingly mimic human imperfection, what does it mean to be real? We've moved beyond deepfakes that just look like us. We now expect them to sound unsure, to stutter, to fumble the right word. Voice AI vendors deliberately add verbal stumbles and mispronunciations as features, not bugs. The goal is not fluency, but frailty, an illusion of thought in a box with no brain. This arms race between authenticity and simulation forces us into a paradox. Each detection method becomes another layer of artificiality. Instagram's default filters now include simulated film grain, authenticity as a user experience feature. What was once a signifier of analog authenticity becomes a commodity, mass produced and sold back to us in pixels. The platform no longer just curates content. It crafts the illusion that we're all old school photographers with vintage cameras and expired film. This aesthetic simulation is not just about taste, it's about trust. When every image wears the costume of imperfection, Roland Barthes described photographs as carrying an inescapable that has been weight, proof of a past moment captured permanently. But in our digital present, what happens when that permanence is faked? AI generates images so convincing they mimic the evidential force of film, but replace it with algorithmic suggestion. The camera's mechanical authority has been hacked by code, and we're left guessing. Does this memory exist, or was it composed for us to feel something real? The punctum, that accidental detail in a photograph which pricks the viewer's emotion, is now curated by machine learning. AI doesn't just replicate reality, it accentuates quirks, blurs, and shadows to make fakes feel authentic. It weaponizes what Barthes called implied suffering or nostalgia, selling emotional truth through artificial imperfection. In this new paradigm, authenticity isn't found but engineered. Neil Postman warned that technopoly redefines truth not as knowledge, but as efficiency. He saw the computer as more transportation than communication, moving data fast, but with little regard for meaning. Now, AI adds another layer. It doesn't just carry information. It pretends to have felt something while doing it. We are asked to believe in emotional depth crafted by code, blurring the line between experience and simulation. Imagine a world where a machine can write your breakup letter, draft protest signs in your voice, or even compose suicide notes that feel personal and raw. We are not just witnessing the end of privacy. We're outsourcing emotional labor to algorithms trained on human sufferings. When every artifact of sincerity is generated by code, how do we distinguish between real grief and algorithmic simulation? The line blurs when authenticity itself becomes a product with a button you can click. While the Vatican recently warned against the spiritual dangers of AI, what they failed to address is that we are already in an era where emotion is a marketable feature. Pope Leo XIV's statement may be symbolic, but it does nothing to stop algorithms from simulating empathy or governments from using deep fakes to stage political rallies. The ethical panic is a distraction. We need technical accountability. We are not just giving AI the ability to mimic us. We are giving it the right to replace our most intimate expressions. When a machine can replicate love, rage, or despair more convincingly than we ever could, what does that say about the value of human experience? It's no longer enough to be genuine. Genuineness must now be optimized for engagement and efficiency. The final irony. We trust machines, not because they are honest, but because they seem more vulnerable.